Hey, welcome to another edition of Capital Edition. I'm Scott, your host, and remember, I'm a real guy in a real place cooking real food where real things happen. And today is a bad show, and I have to tell you why it's a bad show, because I have my guest. I've been holding this in for the last couple shows, and I've been wanting to tell you this, but it's now confirmed. Capital Dish has been doing a kitchen renovation show, and we've taken a kitchen, totally gutted it, and we have the designer here today, and this is Brandy Diaz from Bad Design. Say hey, Brandy.
Hi.
And she's here. We're going to talk a little bit about the project, and she's going to be cooking with me today. So, first off, like I always do, I want to get started. I go, we have some fabulous, fabulous gifts. You know, our sponsors have really stepped up the plate, and you have to get a look at this. Look at these flowers from Esposito's. They are real. If you need flowers for a wedding, graduation, birthday, if you just want to give flowers to yourself, are these not the most fabulous flowers?
All the time.
All the time. I'll tell you. So you need to go to scott@capitaldish.info, and these are, you know, last week I said they were the best. These are the most fantastic. Also, Brown's has stepped it up to the plate one more notch. This is a brand new, why don't you do display? This is called Burn Desk. It's made in Germany, and these are some fantastic,
Great, heavy cooking.
Heavy cookware. And it is, Pat was explaining it to me, and it's all inside here. This does not warp. It is like probably one of the best things that they have over there to use. He's been using it, he told me, for the longest time. And you can win this from scott@capitaldish.info. And you can find this at Brown's just on its own. So if you put this to the side, and I'll show you more of this at the end, because we need to get started. Today we're going to be doing a vichyssoise, which is a potato leek soup, and this is a leek.
Leek?
And I'll show you what that's about. We're going to do some homemade garlic bread. You don't need to run out to the store and buy it, because you can make it like that. We're going to do a flank steak with a portobello mushroom gravy, which is a sauce. And we're going to be doing a fresh berries and fresh whipped cream parfait in a wine glass. So we actually need to get started,
Let's get
Brandy.
started.
Where do we go from here? Okay,
Leeks?
I'm going to drain the leeks. I want you to tell them just a little bit about this house and who's sponsoring the show.
Starting off, we have a wonderful show that's going to go sponsorship by Capital City Lumber. They're helping to promote the cabinetry department, which not many people know about. They have an amazing cabinetry department, wonderful products. Most people just think lumber. Not just lumber, not just construction supplies, an amazing cabinetry department. They're sponsoring the whole show.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Capital City did.
I know.
And when I went in there, I thought that was great.
I'm telling you, they have wonderful local. A lot of people want to show up and go into like the big, huge, big box, you know what, stores, and get all your cabinetry and get all your hardware, get everything. They can compete. They're amazing products in there. Good stuff.
Okay, now back to work. This is a leek. It's a root vegetable, and it's in the onion family. And we're going to be doing a potato leek soup, and it's pureed. And you can have this either hot or cold in the summer or the winter. What I've done is I've taken off the top part and chopped the root part off. And I had it, when I left just for a second, what I did was I drained these because you want to get the dirt out and drain the water. I've taken about 4 cups of leeks, and I'm going to put these in back here. I'm going to sweat these for just a second.
Woo, I'm sweating already.
Sweating with some onion. I got about a medium to large size onion diced. Then we're going to just stir these, and we're going to sweat them for about 7 minutes.
Now, what exactly is sweating? Just so, because I had no clue what sweating is.
You don't want to cook them. You know what sweating is.
Ooh, I do know, but
I got a live one today. Okay, so we're just going to sweat these. We don't want to brown them. We want to just not even caramelize them, which is turning brown. We just want to get the flavors to come out. Because
coming from somebody who does not cook at all, or tries to.
You don't cook at all?
I try to. I try.
Well, you're going to cook today.
All right. So how difficult on a scale of 1 to 10, starting off, is all of this going to be?
This is about a 4 to a 5, 3 to a 4.
And
anybody can do this.
And prepping and chopping all this took like what?
Minutes.
Cool.
Okay, I need you to get the bread out from the oven,
Great.
the bottom oven. I'm going to have you make some garlic bread.
I can do it.
Now I've just taken regular bread and I sliced it in half. Now this is 1 stick of butter. Here, you're going to do this.
It's been softened though, right?
It's been softened. 1 stick of butter. Remember my chopped garlic that I tell you each week? I use it all the time. I pureed it. I'm going to put a good, probably 2 tablespoons
Good
in
Lord.
there. Yeah. You're not going to be kissing anybody later.
I'm not going to be making out with you later.
Maybe.
I
This is
know.
Capital Dish. I'm going to be adding some garlic salt.
It's got
This is garlic bread, remember?
it's got almost like a whipped cream
Yeah.
consistency.
Then I'm going to add some parsley. This is how easy this is. And I'm going to be adding some Parmesan cheese. Okay. Put that up.
Parsley, garlic salt,
Parmesan
Parmesan cheese, and
And I'm going to add some pepper.
it
Now
smells.
whip that up. Stir that up.
I just want to eat the whole chunk of that.
It smells good, doesn't
Smells
it?
yummy.
I'm
All
going
right.
to stir my leeks back here. Remember, we just want them to sweat because this soup is going to be pureed.
All right.
Okay, now what you do is you take this,
From my hand.
yeah, from your hand, no, and just put it on there like that.
All right.
And you do that. And also what we're doing is we're doing a flank steak today. And this is, you know, the good old baggy method. And I've done it with a red wine marinade. And what it is, it's about a quarter to a half cup of red wine, some Dijon mustard. I have a little bit of olive oil. I put a little bit of beef broth. I have some salt and pepper and some fresh rosemary. And I'll tell you how when I take this out of here, I'll tell you how I tenderized it, because this is a meal that you could just get ready the night before, or you could do it in the morning before you go to work, because you're a working woman and
Trust
you have
me.
a child.
I don't have time for all this, so
No, so you just put it in there, let it marinate, you come home and watch. You're going to see how easy that is to do. We have the baby portobellos, and I was just going to do a regular mushroom gravy, but you know what? The baby portobellos were on sale. They were even cheaper than the regular mushrooms, so we're going that route. Okay,
All right,
you got
done.
that? See how quick that was?
Done.
And then we're going to add a little bit of paprika.
I would have never thought paprika.
Well, this is what it looks like in the store when you
it
buy
just
it.
gives it a little funk of color too.
You're all about the color, baby.
I know.
Okay, so that's going to go in the top oven, and we got to watch that. And don't let me forget. I got my leeks are sweating here. You may want to get a good look at these. See, we're just softening them, and we're cooking them down. And what we're going to do is we're going to be adding some chicken broth,
Right.
the potatoes, and I add some garlic.
Now, for vegetarians, can they add a vegetarian broth instead of chicken
They can
broth?
add, yeah, because normally what a vichyssoise is, the secret about what I'm doing today is, vichyssoise is normally made with heavy cream and lots of butter. I'm doing it with chicken broth, so it's really light and really tasty.
Great.
Now, see how these are sweating? See what I'm doing there?
I do.
See? Okay. Now you did the
I've just
garlic
never heard it
bread.
called
Now
sweating.
that garlic bread, you got to watch it because it's not going to be too long, because everybody always burns the bread. And you know what? She's not a kitchen person.
No,
I can
no.
tell. I've been working with her for a little bit, and I know she's going to burn the bread.
I can design a fabulous kitchen, but cooking
I'm
in it is a whole other story.
Okay, well there you have it. Okay, now what we want to do is I want you just to shake this up.
Okay.
This is a flank steak, and what I've done is taken a little anger out to tenderize it. I just stabbed it all over, front and back, and I trimmed off some of the fat. That's what really makes it tender, because it is a tough steak and we need to slice it thin. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get started. I'm going to heat up the pan for the flank steak. I'm going to finish stirring the leeks, and when we come back, we're going to start all that. We're going to talk about the Capital City Lumber kitchen renovation, and I'm going to keep Brandy working, so don't go away. We'll be right back.